To prevent employees from dozing off during their lunch break, the department head first brought out a bottle of stimulants, then mixed it with tea, and finally poured each employee a full cup. However, the employees not only did not refuse, but instead drank the tea mixed with stimulants in one gulp. They were well aware that disobeying the manager's orders would result in fines, deductions from bonuses, and in some cases, even dismissal. The manager dared to exploit the employees so brazenly because he had the backing of the company's second-in-command, Pai Mingwei. However, they never imagined that the chairman had already secretly visited the company's grassroots level to investigate allegations of management exploitation and kickbacks. On the other side, the department head received notice that 10 new employees would be joining the branch office today, each with a 1 million yuan sign-on bonus. This thrilled the department head, who thought that if he could get rid of these few people, he could keep the money for himself. So he deliberately made the new employees wait for 3 hours. Sure enough, some of them, unable to wait any longer for the director to process their onboarding, left the company on their own. The chairman was also puzzled that onboarding at a branch office could take so long. At that moment, a female employee kindly brought him a cup of water, only to be harshly scolded by the director who had rushed over. Who told you to give him water? Do you want to be fined? The man confronted the director. There are no regulations about fines in the company. Who gave him the authority to impose fines on his own? The director blurted out that it was the chairman who had allowed it, and as the administrative director, he could do whatever he wanted in this branch office. If the man didn't agree, he could leave. The director then tried to expel the man on the grounds of disrespecting a superior, but the man insisted he was specially recruited from headquarters and the director had no authority to make him leave. Seeing how confident the man was, the director assumed he had connections he couldn't afford to offend. He glanced at the man's employment records and discovered that his surname matched the chairman's. He broke out in a cold sweat, thinking the man might be the chairman's relative. But when he saw the man had applied for a senior technician position, he immediately dismissed that notion, reasoning that the chairman's relative wouldn't come here to work as a technician. He then produced an employment assessment form, claiming that if the man could answer it completely, he could stay and work here. However, the man took the assessment form and immediately recognized that the questions were the same as the ones he had prepared. This was child's play for him, so he quickly completed the test. The director had expected the man to perform poorly, but to his surprise, the man's answers were identical to the chairman's.